What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Gaming Prophet, and today we got a brand new series for you guys. It's a TEW 2016. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically like a booking simulator where you pick a year, a brand, a company, and you kind of just make your own storylines and try to gain popularity. The end goal is to be as best you can, get as much money as you can, stuff like that. So I want to give a shout out to Super Kick Party for the suggestion. He commented you should do 2003 WWE, which is one of my favorite times I think ever in wrestling, just because that's what I grew up on, and it's pretty awesome. There's so much talent. Like let's take a look at the roster really quick, and I'll show you guys. I mean, just between the two brands alone, as you see here, we got young Batista, guys like young Randy Orton. We got Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho, Christian, who I think definitely deserves a push. I mean, if you really think about it, he never really got his due in WWE. So that's just one of the people. Obviously, I'm gonna take suggestions from you guys because, why wouldn't I? So if you guys have anyone you want me to push specifically, let me know. So we got guys, like Christopher Notwitzki. But we also got Eddie Guerrero, because this is 2003. Unfortunately, or fortunately, actually, he hasn't passed yet. So we also got Edge, who's about to enter his prime pretty soon. Brock Lesnar, who is going to be probably the main guy in this whole equation. So this is started in January 2003. So the next pay-per-view, of course, is the Royal Rumble. On week 3, so we got about 2 weeks to build to that. They have some storylines already in here. Scott Steiner, Triple H, tag titles, WWE title, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, and then the Royal Rumble, which is just like the main participants in it. Get them in some, you know how it goes. Stables, we got active ones is just Team Angle and Evolution. For teams, we got a decent amount of teams here. I think we can definitely add on to these, but so far, looking all right. I should probably show champions. World champion Triple H. Cruiserweight champion is Billy Kidman. That prestige needs to go up. I'm gonna turn this thing upside down here. Kurt Angle, WWE champion, of course. Royal Rumble. So in real life, Brock Lesnar won the Royal Rumble. We might just do that just because that makes the most sense. Him versus Kurt Angle is kind of the match that you'd want to keep. Tag team champions for SmackDown is Eddie Guerrero and Chavo, Los Guerreros. Women's champion Victoria, and World Tag Champ Booker T and Goldust. So that is the champions. Now I do have some WrestleMania plans. So there's WrestleMania coming up. Is WrestleMania 19, I think. So okay, here we go. So I wrote this down just for a little mental image. So I'm keeping Brock versus Angle. That's the WWE Championship match. But I think instead of Triple H Booker T, just because there wasn't too much build for that, and I think Booker T maybe wasn't ready at that stage, or Triple H want to put him over, whatever the case may be. So I'm gonna substitute Goldberg in there. I know Goldberg debuted the night after WrestleMania 19, but I figure what's a month difference? I can sign him, get him going, and then that's your world title feud right there. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Hulk Hogan. I think this is the match that when I started this, I was like, okay, I have to do this match because we've seen Austin versus Rock 2 other times. I mean, I would rather prefer Austin versus Hogan and then Rock versus HBK than Austin versus Rock, Hogan versus HBK, or Hogan versus whoever, HBK versus whoever. It doesn't matter. Basically, I want The Rock versus HBK, Stone Cold versus Hogan. I think that's 2 dream matches. I think this is like a super card, you know what I mean? And then for Undertaker, I forget who we faced at WrestleMania 19. I think it was Big Show and A-Train. Yeah, that's a big no. I'm putting him against Chris Jericho. I know Jericho faced HBK. I think we can save that for SummerSlam, depending on if they're both still on Raw, because we're doing a draft after WrestleMania. But so I'm thinking Jericho can make a move to SmackDown, challenge the Undertaker, challenge the Streak. And then I'm going to do the Money in the Bank match like 2 years early because it debuted at WrestleMania 21. I think I can do it here. I have enough mid-card guys. This is supposed to be Victoria. I want Trish versus Victoria. Rey Mysterio versus Ultimo Dragon. That's hopefully Cruiserweight Championship match. Matt Hardy and Team Angle versus Jeff Hardy and Dudley's just throwing something together. And then Scott Steiner versus Batista. Because obviously Scott Steiner is still... let's see how popular Scott Steiner is actually. He's a 70 brawl, 75 popularity, so not bad. But I think definitely Batista can get the rub from him. Only 55 popularity, but we want him to start making the move. You know, start getting more popular. Speaking of wanting to get more popular, there's Randy Orton, who is still in his early stages of, you know, evolution. So we'll see what we do with him. But definitely we have, you know, Rey Mysterio. I think should be cruiserweight champion pretty soon. No one in particular, but we can do, I don't know what I just did there. We can do, let's see, Brand, Raw. Let's take a look at the main eventers of Raw really quick, because I want to change out the Triple H versus Scott Steiner match. But I don't know who. I guess we could do HBK. That's kind of overdone though, if you really think about it. Rob Van Dam is a choice, obviously. Ric Flair, we can't because he's on his side. Chris Jericho is a heel, so that probably wouldn't work, and we kind of need him for the Rumble. Maybe he can eliminate Undertaker or something like that. Kane, I believe, is in a tag team match or something. Kane could work though. I was also thinking Booker T, since we're not doing the match at WrestleMania, but he's in the world title, world tag title, excuse me, picture. So we'll keep him out of that. So I think we're gonna do Triple H versus Kane. I don't know. You guys comment down below. Let me know what you think. SmackDown main eventer. So we already have the Royal Rumble match set for. It's gonna be Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. I don't know why Edge is already a main eventer and Chris Benoit is not. Hogan, Big Show, who was feuding with Brock at the time because Paul Heyman turned on Brock, and now with Big Show. So these two will be in the Rumble, obviously. Still thinking about if Brock's gonna win out. Brock's popularity is actually at I clicked on the wrong thing. 88. So we don't have to do too much with him. He's already top of the food chain kind of guy. Big Show 82, Kurt Angle 88. So Hogan 90, Edge. So why don't we take a look at any brand popularity? I'm looking for an icon. Do we have any icons? Shawn Michaels and Triple H. So 93, 93. Not bad. A huge star. Definitely Hogan's in there. Kurt Angle, Jericho, Brock. So these are kind of our main guys. We also have, we can do this creative meeting. So these are our franchise players. Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Chris Jericho, Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan. The next big things, John Cena, of course. I didn't even mention him yet, but this is right after he turned into the Doctor of Thugonomics. So that should be fun to kind of see how he goes from there. Billy Kidman, 28. I mean, you know, we can still go with that. Test probably won't be too. Shelton Benjamin, I think, really deserves some credit. Hot prospects you see here. I think that's Umaga right there. Showstoppers, ring generals. Just in case you guys are curious, who's hot? For some reason, Rosie's hot. Who's not? Nobody. Time decline, so a little bit older here. Probably a good 10 years past his prime. Ric Flair. Okay, and then hidden gems. So these are basically free agents that your creative team thinks you should sign, or it would be a good idea. So we also have OVW, which is kind of like our NXT. Canyon. We got Mark Henry, who's a little bit overweight, so I think he's down there to get back in shape. Matt Morgan, who looks really young there. Eugene. Orlando Jordan. Rene Dupree. Rhino, who I think we could bring up to SmackDown. I'm pretty sure he came up anyways pretty soon. Teamed up with Benoit, I want to say. Because he was there about WrestleMania 19. So we could definitely bring him up to the main roster. And he's got some decent pop. So 62 pop. Brawling is good. Hardcore is good. Everything else, you know, it's whatever. But you work with what you got. Rob Conway. We'll hold off on that. Sean O'Hare. Star quality is what really sets him apart from the others. I mean, the guy really had a good look. And then Tomko. Which, what is his... Star quality 65. Okay. Well, we don't have to use him just yet then. OVW champion is, I think that's Doug Basham or Danny Basham. And then there's no champs, tag champs. So, in this first episode, I wanted to see if I can go ahead and get Bill Goldberg. Here we go. So it says he's on hiatus, but I think we'd be able to snatch him up. Let's bring this down. 3 years. That seems... Okay, maybe I didn't check this. Exclusively in the ring. Alright, so we offered a contract to Bill Goldberg. Hopefully no one else snatches him. His brawling 80, popularity 80. So we're gonna have to build that back up. I think we're just gonna go the route of him killing everybody in his way, building up to some kind of huge match at SummerSlam where, you know, he can face maybe Stone Cold or Shawn Michaels. We can definitely build something up. But there's a couple people, you know, you can find in here that are still pretty young. I think it's Tyson Kidd, who is 22 at this time, 7 years pro though, so you know. And then I don't think it's Kevin Steen. Oh, here he is, 18 years old. Yeah, I don't think we should sign Kevin Steen or Kenny Omega. They're still kind of, you know, we can shortlist them. We can follow their little paths of careers, but you know. And then one person who I wanted to also sign right here, right now, since they did it pretty close anyways, is CM Punk. I might just hold off on that. He's not looking. I thought his stats would be a little better. I had him on the short list. I mean, we could definitely get him for developmental if you guys want to see that. You know, just comment down. Cesaro as well, Swiss Superman. We can get him in developmental, I think, for sure. So yeah, so this is kind of the introduction video. So if you guys are getting kind of bored, the next episode will be, I guess, WWE Heat. I mean, I don't really make the schedule here, but I'm seeing if I'm missing anything else that I need to show you guys. I don't think so. So yeah, so this was the first episode. I just want to let you guys know that we're starting here 2003. I'm gonna go back and watch some old 2003 tapes, try to get a feel for what I'm doing. But yeah, excuse me, if you guys want to see like a certain signing or have any advice for me, because this is my first time doing a TEW series, you know, let me know. Obviously I'm open to any suggestions. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going with there. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys on the next episode where we're doing Heat, and then I'll add in Monday Night Raw as well. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like down on it, and tell me what you think of this series if you want it to continue. Hopefully you guys will like it. I'm your host with the most, The Gaming Prophet, and I'll see you guys in the next time.